We are live with the MITS cars. I hope I explained how this is going to work. We basically are going to be doing one pace lap here. We're completely ready. So everyone to your cars. We're about to start pacing. We need heirs to their car. Heirs to the car. We are yellow flag on the track. We have now 5 heirs just having lag issues. Just overtake her. Cars not making their way out of the pit lane. It looks like Goober is not yet out of the pit lane. There's finite time. We're not going to be exactly holding up for him. Cars not making their way out onto the front stretch into turn number 1. This is the biggest track on the schedule. Let's turn up the volume. These cars are a little quiet. There we go. A little bit more rubber banding. Looks like I have a big field today. And a couple of drivers. Jake, you see, is in a... I think that's a touring car. Mazda Miata. And he's also put up a skeleton, so he's feeling a little bit spooky today. We have an 8-lap race today, but first we're in qualifying, and that's of course going to be 5 minutes. Car's not making the way around the Black Rock hairpin. And has Goober finally taken off? No, he's not. He has very finite time. If he can't get a lap in, that might not be good for him. Now I'm making our way into a little bit of one of the more peculiar sections. Kind of cuts off from the rest of the layout. As we need shuffles to stay behind the pace car. Please back off from the pace car. I don't know what you're on there. Probably the Dutch internet. And there's Jake. Alright, we are now, I believe, in the last sector of the track. This is going to be a very long, drawn-out lap, I believe. As Goopster finally makes his way out of the pit lane. He's got a big gap to make up. I'm going to extend the fog in a little bit, just so it's easier to see what's going on as a host. Still very dusty in the skies in this Utah afternoon. Jake makes his way around the... I think this is the chicane here, so we are narrowing the final point of the track. I almost thought for a second we were on the final turn. I was going to be like, oh crap, I missed the green flag call, but we're good. Only a couple more turns for the rest of the field. As Goopster's driving as hard as he can with hopes he'll be able to make it in time. He might be able to make a couple spots up. As we narrow our way to the section of Formula Drift takes through the club turn. We wind up around the second to last turn. One more to go here. Jake is now about to pull off, and the green flag is out in the air for the front of the field. Everyone now making their way across the front stretch here. As East 951 already overtaking Twin Triple V6. Timer's on. We got 5 minutes to go. And that should leave us with roughly 3 laps once again, although that might not always be the case. Silver coming in hot on that looks to be Shuffle taking over the 15 car that was previously driven, I believe. I can't quite put who was driving the 15 car. Don't think they drive much, but might have been Lonely Driver now that I think about it. We're going to clear the board up. Just because invalid laps, you know, those can always matter. Let's get it. I'm gonna run around and get a thumbnail now. Just early on in the qualifying session, of course. Actually, now we'll get on the curve. Ooh, Aries gets loose. So does East. And East is gonna cut the corner. It's all the way bent loose on a bad spot, but he gets back going. There we go. So we're going to look back up to the front of the action, and Shuffles is right side by side for the pack lead. That's, of course, going to be determining when we have the final lap, because even if the timer runs out, you still might have an extra lap. All depends on where the pack leaders are, and that's currently between Silver and Shuffle. Shuffle gets a little bit of a good run here, but they keep on rubber banding through each other. Silver overtaking for a bit. Shuffle now trying to take the inside away, but it seems to go in favor of Silver. Silver with a really good line. They've had consistent car control, but that exit is not very nice for them. Now for the first lap through. Definitely looks like we got another lap to run. 2:19s for the both of them. Silver is going to take over quick time, however, and I don't know if anyone else is exactly going to be on route for running a clean lap. Could be turbo or twin turbo V6, more than likely. Here he goes across the front stretch, and he will move into third. Not a great lap, but of course. What matters the most is at least getting a lap, and that'll install some confidence for twin turbo V6 to push. So they have a couple laps in this very, very short qualifying session. Now the leaders make their way through the Black Rock hairpin. It seems to be Shuffle got a better exit, but Silver carrying more speed. Silver now to the inside with a crossover move with Shuffle, but it seems to be Silver will stay ahead of Shuffle. Now through the Diablo hairpin. And it looks like Shuffle's trying to look at that inside, but not quite sticking anything up there yet. And looks to be like they were a little bit hotter on the brakes. Silver gets a little bit of a loose flick. The two of them still side by side, making their way around the track. How's Aris looking? Jason's got a valid lap. They currently run 5th. As Shuffle will run ahead. Now we're making our way into Sector 1. We'll see what those times look like on the board in just a short bit. I think. Still got a little bit of a ways. Cars now making their way around to the chicane. And we still not have hit a sector. Actually, we have hit a sector. And pretty equal between the two of them is Aris valid. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a good lap for her. East 951 has so far been valid. But how about for the lead? It looks like Shuffles could be on an improved lap. They might be en route to take back the lead as they head into the white flag. So once you guys cross the line, it's going to be white flag for everyone, regardless of whether or not the timer is on or not. And it's still side by side down there as Shuffles does improve a little bit, but it's not enough to move up a spot. So far, the only people without a lap, that is Muffins, East 951, and Neris. Though East, as he's making his way around the final turn, we'll see if he's valid. East 951 now making his way and moves up to 4th place. So once again, once you cross the line, it's going to be the white flag lap. Arisnetta has picked up a little bit of that gap between Shuffles and Silver, so we could be seeing a 3-way go on for the lead. So I believe we've made our way past, and now we're in the Diablo hairpin once more. It's a very tricky multi-apex corner. And it looks like Aris and Muffins have yet to have had a valid lap, so this is a very important lap for the two of them to at least get cleanly through it. That's just what's ultimately important. Silver has a purple sector too, but the lap is not valid. That is unfortunate for them. It's gonna be an opportunity here for Shuffles to make up a time. Eris, Netta, and Muffins both have valid laps. It looks pretty decent for Eris. It could be potentially in range of her getting a quick time even. As where is Shuffle gone? Shuffle has fallen back quite a distance. I think that might have been his chance to take pole, take it out under his hands. Only a couple more turns here. Can Eris hold it together? As she makes her way around the preliminary wind-up turn into release. Onto the front stretch, Eris Netta goes. Will she take the pole position away? Silver comes to the line to take the checker, so here's Eris Netta. Takes the pole. It's a 2:19.537. So once you guys are done, once you cross the line, you guys are done. Unfortunately, Shuffles will not get a valid lap. That would have been a lap personal best for Silver and fastest in class. As the rest of you guys, checkers are out. Checkers are out. Make sure to make your way to the end of the pit lane. As it looks like Jake has made a bit of an improvement. He's in a car and takes a valid lap there. I think there's only a couple more cars yet to have gone on track. That is a yellow car. That is Jason. Jason pulling into the pit lane early. They don't have a valid lap. I think there's one more person running around on the track. That is Goober. Fortunately, he's not got a valid lap, so it's not really going to count for any score. So if you guys could line up in the following order, that's going to be Eris Netta in pole position, Silver in second, Shuffle in third. Jake is fourth, but technically he's the pace car driver, I believe, so he'll be taking out the pace car. So fourth is going to be Eastern 5-1. Jason's going to be in sixth place. Goober is going to be in seventh. Twin in eighth, or Twin in seventh. Goober in sixth, and Jason in fifth. But eighth place will be Muffins. So those are going to be your positions for today's race. Once you line up, please turn your car off, and we'll be doing the national anthem very briefly. Should just take a minute of your time just to clear out things. And it looks like Goober pulls it off. So again, reminder to line up in your positions. It's going to be Eris Netta, Silver, Shuffle, Eastern I-51, Jason, Goober, Twin Turbo V6, and Muffins. We're going to clear out the rest of the field. Since they're non-qualifiers, how to reduce the lag. These MITS cars are a little bit chunky, I'm not going to lie, as far as lag goes. So we'll just do a little bit of landscaping. Move up, yeah, to the other side, other pit lane. Clear out space for Goober, Twin, and Muffins. He qualified ahead of you too. Move over here. If somebody's causing issues with pacing, we will move you to the back. And if somebody sleeps, you're going to just have to restart from the back. So everyone turn your cars off and hop out. There is no American flag, so we're going to use Isa's car. Isa's car, there's a flag right there. Alright. It will be available on the stream for those that want to listen. And now we're going to give the start off command to Jason. So Jason, here's your opportunity. Hold up, let me unmute you. Right now. Okay, Jason.
Okay. Driver, start your engine!
God damn, that is some great energy out of you, Jason. Thank you very much. Drivers, get into your engines. Let them rev. The Mazda 4 cylinders now revving up to life, and once you're in your car, that means you have shown you are ready, and it looks like everyone is. We're gonna have one pace lap. Corner cut limit is gonna be 30. That was great. That was fire. All right, lights are yellow. Go where the person heavy goes. CC limit is 30. Jason, come on, buddy. Let's be good on pacing, guys. We only got one lap here to get it right. Remember not to overtake until you cross the start-finish line. We need Jason to pick it up. Jason and Goober, pick it up. We will be a little bit forceful here. As the field will make their way around the course, we'll be doing a 50-mile-an-hour pace speed once we reach a couple turns before. You'll know when. You need Silver to pick up the pace. Remember, your penalty from Gil could happen if you sandbag, so don't do that. That was probably the most energy I've ever heard of, Jason. That was awesome. We now make our way around the Black Rock hairpin. Need Goober to move up a little bit. He's holding off Twin and Muffins. Two very skilled drivers, just not a lot of luck during that qualifying. Wouldn't be great for them to be allowed to overtake, but that could happen if he's holding up. I need Goober to move up more. Goober to move up more. You're too far behind. Okay, maintain this gap with Jason, and if he stops suddenly, just drive through him. It's fine. So, an 8-car race today with the MITS cars. Of course, we have the 9th one. That's Jake. Quite a few entries here. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. A little hot there with Jason. That's okay. Jason, if you could squeeze a little bit closer to east, just a tiny bit. I'm going to try to make sure you guys are close on this start. If Shuffle could push up a little bit here, if you guys could bunch up a little. Not too much like East is. East, back off. Shuffles, move up. Yeah. You need to move up more, Shuffle. As Eris goes wide for some reason. Goober, you need to move up, or East will be allowed, or Twin will be allowed to overtake. Prematurely. All right, Jason or Jake, increase your pace. Eris, maintain 50 miles an hour. Stay at 50 miles an hour and stay close to each other, and maintain a racing line. Don't go wide, please. Just take a racing line. Follow the person's line ahead of you, so we can make sure this start goes cleanly. Silver could push up a little. You're kind of bunching up there. Need to shuffle too. Okay. You're making your way around the preliminal corner. Very close to the start. I'm going to hope this start goes by cleanly. Do not pull the brakes. Jason, push up. Jason, push up. You're making your way around the final turn. Jason, push up. Hold pace. Green flag. Do not overtake until you... Goober with a jump. Goober with a jump. Twin with a jump. Back off. Back off. Back off, you two. Okay, Goober clean. That was a bit too much of an overkill there, Goober. You just need to let off. You didn't need to slam the brakes, as Muffins does something weird. It is what it is. Arisnetta leads us off, though, with Silver just behind. Got a lot of rubber banding going around. For future reference, instead of slamming the brakes, just let off the throttle for a little bit. They'll carry more speed than you anyways. That's a bit of a bad start for both Muffins and Goober. And Twin is giving up the spots too. And that's not a great start for either of them. They're already very far behind here. I'm not sure why East has scored as far back as he is. Anyways, Eris Neto leading stop, but Goober might be, but Silver might be picking up a little bit of that gap. Eris with a bit of a loose flick. Here's Silver to the inside for the lead. Now around the outside, as Eris Neto will be overtaken, but she's still holding up there on the inside. Carrying a little bit more speed than Silver down the inside straight, but Silver now dives down the inside, clears off Eris Neto with a bit of a crossover move. And has cleared her off. Eris Neto now runs a little bit wide. And Shuffles is just running behind. Might be able to capitalize on this if anything switches up. Eris has dropped down to about half a car length as East 951 seriously off the track there. Got extremely loose, I'm going to assume. It might have cost a bit of time. Meanwhile, Twin Triple V6 has held himself consistently. Pretty much maintained his gap. That gap seems to have allowed him to overtake quite a few drivers. You can see started off in 7th, but already moved out to 4th place. Not quite the dominance we saw in the Rotsmod race, but still very much so. Has pushed all the way from the back to the front. Meanwhile, here's Eris Neto potentially making a lunge for the lead. But your leader on lap 1 is going to be... Eris is building up a lot of speed here. Eris is building up a lot of speed, but Silver's going to maintain their lead by the end of the lap. And as Eris Neto is still closing in little by little. So I think it might be possible for... Well, Goober's all the way back here, actually. There's another purple car, apparently. Not sure. But the lead battle does seem to continue. We're in the second lap, and Twin might be actually hunkering down a little bit more on Shuffle, but meanwhile up into the Black Rock hairpin, our two leaders has Eris a little bit later on the brakes, but she's going to go hot on the outside. Carries a lot of speed on the exit. She's now she's now on the outside, now down the inside, crossing back over, back outside onto the grass, and she'll overtake Silver. Silver's got a better line through the Diablo corner. Meanwhile, Twin and Shuffle side by side for the podium position. As I heard previously before the race started, Shuffle said if he gets a podium here, this will be a podium in every single SLC class that he's raced in so far. And that's probably a personal goal of his. Fortunately, Twin has taken that away for the moment. As he's now cleared off from Shuffle. We got a lot of rubber banding going on, but it does maintain itself. There's Netta right on the bumper, Silver. Ariston now really making a move there, but she gets loose! Ariston completely off the track. Make sure you rejoin. You're clear. You're good. That was an okay rejoin. Lost quite a bit of the gap there. Might be seeing a three-way battle stir potentially for a spot as there's Shuffle trying to run it with Twin. Made a bit of a move down there. A bit of a dive bomb almost for what seemed to be for third place. As there's Twin checking his lap times. We'll check our lap times, and so far Silver maintains the quick time. They got a 2:19.412, so still technically running faster than Twin as Silver runs away with it. And it looks like Isis made some big mistakes. It's fallen back from 5th to 7th at some point off screen. We'll continue to watch that race between Twin and Shuffle here. Now make our way into the Black Rock hairpin. It looks like Shuffles is going to try to take the inside away from Twin. Twin's going to carry more speed and will stay ahead onto the next braking point. Aristonetta has picked up a bit of that gap between her and Silver within the last lap. But still falls a little bit far behind. Meanwhile, it seems to be that the shenanigans between Twin Turbo V6 and Shuffle continue to go on. How's it looking between East and Jason? A little close here. Could be a potential little change of position, but Arisnet has made a mistake off screen. It's falling back, so we're going to see a three-way battle potentially stir up for third. Or for second, actually. The Shuffle has fallen back as well, so not sure what happened, but something significant. As we make our way through the chicane. Has East yet cleared off from Jason? No, they have not. As Eris has hopped off her car, yellow flag. Yellow flag, that means we're going to have a caution on the track. We're going to have a red as a first warning for Aristonetta. So clear out, make your way to the start-finish line. We're going to have a restart. And Silver gets a Twin in second, barely. Shuffle in third. Make your way into the pits, please. So Eris has jumped out of her car as Muffins will take over the fourth place spot. Eris, of course, causing a caution, will be dropped to the rear. It's spared, though, potentially what could be a chance to win, because they will be able to restart within a pretty good gap. As Jason goes through the pit lane, they're going to be in 7th place. Cross the line, and make your way to the other pit lane. You guys need to go to the other pit lane, guys. Go to the other pit lane, not this one. The positions are Silver, Twin, Shuffle, Muffins, East 951, Jason, Goober, and Eris. Make sure to line up in that order. So Muffins in 4th. 5th will be East 951. Jason will be in 6th. Wait. No, Silver, Twin, Shuffle, Muffins, East, Jason, Goober, and then Eris. And there's not much to complain for Eris because, in a way, even though she's going to be dropped to the rear of the field, that gap is not going to be exactly that bad between her and the leaders as it would be otherwise. That bunches the field up. Everyone seems to be together. Are we all ready? Because if you're not ready, then you need to hop out right now. Okay, East is not ready, of course. We're going to talk to Eris, try to figure out what happened there. So what happened there? If you guys can stop revving, we're not going yet. We're not going yet. What happened there?
Honestly, I have no clue. I might have been something with my controller or something because I didn't even touch anything. I was just releasing the right trigger and getting ready to brake, and all of a sudden my fucking game just jumped me out the car.
That is pretty odd there. But
what's because of that?
What's going on to your mind right now about the restart?
That I'm gonna have to find a way to undo that fuck up.
Certainly so. Thank you, Aristonetta. That's kind of all I wanted to hear from you, but thank you. So up next, we got the leader. Silver, do you want to interview? Okay. Twin. Okay. We're gonna move on. So yellow flag is outgoing. The person ahead of you goes. You have 1 pace lap. If you screw it up, you're gonna be dropped to the rear. There's his first strike. Let's hope that she doesn't have another, because another thing is that we're gonna be a little bit stricter on strikes. If you cost 2 cautions, that's gonna be your race. So, hopefully things will go well for Eris. Everyone to get together, please. Need Jason and Goober, everyone else behind, to move up, please. Let's try to make this restart organized, as there's Eris getting a cut during caution, I think. The only person really need to worry about the cuts so far, that is East 951, before he gets a 10-second penalty. He's got 21 cuts currently. As Goober goes off track, probably got a cut off of that. Jake currently hitting out the rev limiter on his Mazda Miata touring car. So we need East 951 to back off from Muffins a little. Muffins to move up just a tiny bit. Otherwise, Pacey. Oh! Yeah, Muffins move up. That's twin nut. Yeah. Need Jason to push up a little, and again for Muffins to keep on moving up. East, watch your cuts. I'm not gonna undo him during the caution. East, back off from Muffins. You're too close. Okay, good for you. A reminder not to jump the start. If I don't give you the clear, then you just need to deal with it. I'm trying to, okay, now we need Shuffles to move up a little. Just a little. And for Jason to follow suit. Doing pretty good on pacing. Make sure to follow everyone else's lines. Once we hit, once we get past the chicane, we're going to slow down to 50. And then from there, we're going to have the pace car drive off. So once we hit the chicane, I'm going to need Jake to increase his pace. I need Silver to go 50. And remember not to brake once you hit the green flag. So don't slam the brakes, just kind of coast here down to 50. East 951, back off. Everyone, fit yourselves, fit yourselves. Jason, pick it up. You're way too far back. Okay. Doing good, doing good. We could maintain like this. We'll be able to start. Do not slow down by braking, slow down by coasting, okay? Stop using brakes to slow down, just coast. That means you, Jason. Jason. Coast. Just coast to slow down, or go wide, or something like that. Alright, Jason, Silver's making the way around the final turn. Again, Jason, just coast when you need to slow down. Now, going around the final turn. Hold your pace. Green flag. Do not overtake until you cross the line. Once again. Looks like a good, clean start by everyone. East is clean. That was a good start by East 951. Almost a jump, but he is clean. It's just after the line. It's pretty well timed by East 951. Arisnetta now coming up to Goober, so that's going to be the first person back. I feel like this is going to be the person that's going to be interesting to watch, as Arisnetta now has Jason to target next. Arisnetta now clears off from Jason. Next target is going to be East 951, so she's already gone by 2 cars in a matter of a sector. East 951, her next target, her Fortune teammate here. As Eris in the 45 machine, I believe. Still stays behind, but East 951 thinking about peeking up to Muffins, as Eris runs side by side with East 951. Will fall behind and gets loose. They do keep control, but they are going to lose the spot. So Arisnetta now with Muffins, so pushing really hard, but they've gone this far in just a lap. Very great job by Eris, keeping it all together. Arisnetta now clearing Muffins, but only for so long. She runs it wide. That's going to be very frustrating for her. Up at the front, looks like Twin is picking up a little bit of that gap with Silver, but only by so much, so many. Eris is going to have another chance on the braking point to get by from Muffins. As she has been running pretty quick here. Pretty much on pace with the leaders. Meanwhile, up front, there is a battle for the lead. Twin right on the bumper is Silver. As well as Eris. So we make our way around the last sector of the track. A couple cars going off the course. How are the cuts looking? East Side 5-1, you are a little bit close to a 10-second time penalty. If you get another one, you will be given 10 seconds after the race. So keep in mind of that. We only have about 3 laps to go here. Of course, 3 laps is still roughly about, I think, like 7 minutes. So about halfway done, a little more. Twin side by side as Eris has cleared off Muffins. Her next target is going to be Shuffle. Side by side though for the lead between Twin and Silver. Twin has been just a dominant driver in SLC in general. Silver has not made too many other ventures so far, just a MITS car driver, but absolutely stellar in it. As Eris Netta now runs side by side with Shuffles. They've only gone about a lap and a half here, and they're already back up to the podium. They're going to fight back. We're going to watch back from Silver, though, as Twin might be trying to make it down the inside, right on their bumper. As Eris will fall back from Shuffle once again. It's just been a bad turn. Muffins with the dive bomb. Watch it again from Twin Triple V6. He's still behind Silver by just a little. There's Netta gaining a little bit here on Shuffle. Through the technical corner. We're going to watch the lead. That is Silver Woomy side by side for the lead with Twin Triple V6. We're running late in the race already. As Silver gets on the brakes. Twin just behind. As Eris Netta will... Let's see where she looks like on positions. Twin gets the lead back. Just barely caught that on the screen. And Twin will be leading. Although there's Silver right behind on the chicane. Will they be able to have a better line? All depends here. Eris has third place very confidently. And that might be a better edge for Silver. There's a lot of speed carried by Twin. Now make our way through the clubhouse corner into windup, and it looks to be in favor of Twin still, but here's Silver hard on the brakes down the inside. They're side by side down the front stretch. We got 2 more laps, or actually we got 2 more laps to go, and we're side by side down the front stretch. Eris Netta has been gaining lap by lap here as Twin has a personal best. It's a 2:18.612. Very fast for Twin. Eris Netta just behind and potentially also gaining. She's got a 2:17. It's not about a lap, though. So not technically a lap record. Silver's got the lead. It's a very entertaining race that these MITS cars have put up with us today. They're the slowest class as far as they go, and it looks like, meanwhile, Shuffles has been overtaken by Muffins at some point. Probably a little bit of a mistake. Oh, but there you go. Extremely wide. Muffins still going to maintain the spot. We're going to front still maintains itself. Now make our way into the Diablo hairpin. It looks like Shuffles will be down the inside and clears Muffins for the time being, although Muffins just on the bumper. They also now try to hold down the inside, but they are gonna stick. Well, they now take the inside away as Shuffle runs a little bit wide. That's gonna cost them a spot, and I think potentially Shuffle's just got loose, and they'll stay behind for a little bit. Twin way off the line. What is Twin doing? He's way off track. Completely wide there. Now it's Eris' chance to take back second. She's gone all the way from the back here. Now up at the front in second place. As there's Twin with a lot more stress on hand. There's Netta just barely clearing him, but he is still on her bumper. As they make the way through the chicane, and this time by will be the white flag. It's just a matter of turns. As Silver runs a wide, so does Twin. Car's now making their way from Clubhouse into windup, and it looks like Twin's going to take the inside away from Aris Netta. Clears Aris Netta for the time being as a white flag in the air for Silver Woomy. Aris Netta and Twin Triple V6 were running side by side, but Aris is going to get a better exit. They now stick ahead of them on the front stretch. Silver's got 2 seconds to lose if he's going to lose his lead. I don't think that's going to happen. You hear the rotary just idling there on the pace car. Make our way down turn number 1. It's a pretty good battle there for the lead. Potentially en route, but here's Twin hard on Eris. Can't quite reach her. As he says, boring race. I'd say it's been pretty good actually up in the front. There's Eris Netta with right on her tail. That is Twin. Twin's going to run a bit wide, but they're still side by side. Very perspective on these big tracks. I think Silver Woomy's en route to clear off a dominant victory, though. Meanwhile, Twin and Aris crossing over for second place, just behind them. Twin now taking away the inside line, clears off Aris Netta, but he gets loose! He's going to try to keep it straight, but that's going to cost him. Aris Netta now in second. He only got to, well, now making our way into the last sector of the track here. That's a very, very, very frustrating mistake for Twin this late in the race. Might not be able to be make-upable. I don't think that's a word. He seems to have caught up that gap a little bit. He's only a couple car lengths behind Eris. Definitely closer than Silver Woomy. He's just completely gone on a cruise this Saturday. And will probably be unchallenged. Here's Aris Netta now making the way through the chicane. Matter turns left in this race. We'll only be seeing one more race after this if it happens. Twin very wide, very desperate to carry speed. As Silver Woomy comes into a windup, they got one more turn to go. Are they going to spin it? Are they going to keep it going straight? Here to go around the final turn onto the front stretch. Silver Woomy on the front stretch now. He will win in the MITS car class. It's a very close one for second place, but Aris Netta will win by a couple car lengths. Twin in third. Now the battle's between Shuffles and Muffins. We're going to see where Shuffles is. Shuffle comes across the line in fourth place. Muffins in fourth, and Shuffles comes across the line in fifth place. How's it looking for Jason? Here's Jason now side by side with Jason. It's a battle for the sixth place position. East has cleared off Jason, but will it stay that way? Here they come around the final turn. And East 951 is getting tailed down by Jason. It's going to be a close drag race to the finish, but East 951 will stick ahead. Jason in seventh, and on their debut race, Goober comes across the line in eighth. Very great race, everyone. Yeah, there's a thing called vision lag, Muffin. You were kind of a little bit too far behind still. As we got a race winner, that is Silver. If you want to do donuts, I'll set grab you right now. Here you go. Too little? Not better? There we go. Congratulations to Silver for winning another race. They do a nice little blink for the cameras. They won Gila did the same exact thing right after winning. Alright. Head to the front stretch, everyone. Or top three. That's Silver, Aris, and Twin to the front stretch. There you go. And the pace car could join too, if you want. Let's get the top three out for a photo. Hopefully our car isn't dead this time. That was a very entertaining race, I must say. East might not say so, but who cares about East? We usually line up the other direction, but it seems like this. Let's have Silver decide, since he's the winner. We'll be lining up this direction. We'll be up this direction, guys. Yep. Twin, just head over here, okay? Yeet. Eris, line up here. Twin a little bit behind, like about there. Eris, line up here a little bit closer, like a little. Here, actually, let me move Twin's car just a little bit back. So I'm gonna move his front bumper behind. Eris is yeah, that's good. That'll do it. What is Eris doing? Alright. There's Goober coming across the line. Goober, if you could hold back. Just trying to get the, so Silver also comes across the line in first place. We're gonna now get a shot of our podium. And 3, 2, and 1. Boom. Alright, so Silver Lumi, I don't believe you, do you want an interview or not? It's all your choice. Alright. Silver Lumi coming across the line, also taking pole and just overall a clean sweep of the entire race here. Very great performance by you. How do you feel?
Well, I feel great. The track was optimal for me. There weren't many turns, like low speed ones.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped me personally. Sorry, I don't know what to say.
Okay. Here, I'll ask another question for you. What was that little battle between you and Twin, and how did you come up on top there? You think?
Well, the race was amazing. It was just about, you know, getting everything consistently. Not even getting it perfectly, without mistakes. Well, yeah, without mistakes, sorry. I messed that one up. This entire race was about not making mistakes, and I think I nailed that.
Very much so. Very perfect race by Silver here. And just an outright great performance. Alright. I think I'll move on because I feel like you're kind of not sure what else to say, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Right. No issue. Great race by you. We're going to move on to the next guy. Gal. Arisnetta here. Arisnetta came up in P2. That was a very much so a nail-biter between you and Twin. And absolutely great comeback after that caution. So, what's running through your mind, and how did that race go for you?
I wish it would have gone by cleaner. I really wish that incident hadn't happened. I mean, it was, hey, who's stealing? Oh, it's Uber. Yeah, that was a Grand Theft Auto I just witnessed, but the race was fun. Like, I really don't know what else to say. I'm not a huge fan of the track. Because the track just, it feels like you're very on the limit. As in, you go wide and even the curbs are out to kill you. Like, nothing in this track likes you other than, like, the straight, and that's barely, so... It was good being able to use the 6th gear. It was starting to wither away from how little I've been using it. Yeah, it's just fun-ish. I hope the GTs get people, and I think everyone did well. Yeah, yeah, Twin said there's no grip of the track. But yeah, the track especially with these cars, the track feels really, like, loose in some parts. And on turn exit, it's really tricky because since it's a fast track, you always want to be on edge to maximize speed with your line. But the thing is, when you push, you end up going wide, and then you go on the gravel, and then you go on the grass. And once you're on the grass, like you saw me spin in qualifying, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or no, it was no, it was in the race.
Oh.
It wasn't the slide that I did, and I ended up having to cut the turn.
Mhm.
That I was trying to counter steer so much, but the grass wasn't letting me. It was just taking me in for the ride. Yeah, that's really all I felt like I wanted to say. Good job to everyone, and you can move on to the next part.
Thank you, Arisnetta. That was, I think, a pretty well-earned, at least, podium there. As we have Twin Triple V6 up next. Dominated the other classes. A little bit of a up-and-down race, I'd say, today, but overall, strong performance, especially coming from the back of the field. That first lap, you were just right off the bat up there at the front. So, how do you feel about today?
Yeah, it was really good racing until it got killed by a curb and like went 3 miles wide out of the track. Yeah, it was nice though to drive for like the first 5 laps. But yeah, after that it just went downhill from there. I either got understeer, went wide, or got clipped by a curb. Both of, or I guess all 3 of them, which don't usually happen on a lot of tracks for me. So just unusual race by the end, but yeah, just nice racing. I hope the track does get updated in the future, because it definitely needs something like that. So at least in the development stage, I didn't see too much like work done to it. So hopefully that happens, and that'll be really nice to see, so we can have better racing in the future. But yeah, other than that, congrats to Silver and Eris for getting their podium and win. So yeah.
Thank you, Twin Triple V6, and we hope to see you in the GTI race if it's possible. Oh, Jesus. Airstrike. Alright. Thank you, Twin. So 4th place, I think that was, we're going to watch real quickly. I'm pretty sure with confidence that was Muffins, but I just want to make sure. Yes, that was. Alright, so Muffins is up next. How was the race today? You seem to have a pretty big battle there with Shuffle, but seem to come up on top.
I'd say the race today was kind of scuffed from the start, especially because I saw someone slamming on the brakes, and I thought, oh god, what is this guy doing? I'm gonna slow down, make sure I don't get a penalty. I got kind of confused there. That was the weird start, and basically all the race I was just battling my way up to regain positions. Not the best lap times, but at least I held it down somewhat consistent, and the battles with Shuffle were pretty nice as well.
So how was the track today?
I'd
Didn't seem to
say
have too much issues.
personally, not for my taste. I can definitely tell maybe some faster classes like the GT classes here in SLC would work with this type of track, but not the MITS cars particularly. They don't accelerate very fast, don't have much power.
Alright. Any plans for future MITS car races? Up next is SNGP.
Yeah, I think I'll participate in a few more, some more MITS car races. I quite like this class. I like how the cars handle. I've just been airstriked.
So
I know I'm stuck in the spectator stands.
That's
what a
right.
wonderful interview.
Alright. Well, thank you.
I've been teleported to Aris in the plane.
Right. Thank you, Muffins. Let's see if there's anyone else around. There is a couple that is Jason, and also the rookie that is for today. That is Goober or Reggie Rat. We'll figure that one out later. So Jason up next. So how was that race for you, Jason? Had a little bit of a frustrating finish. I think East 951 just taking you at the line, but seemed to hold a pretty good race otherwise. Actually, wait, no, East had a penalty, so actually you finished ahead of him. I just realized.
So that make this place, I believe.
You be in fifth place, yes, or seventh place. Seventh sits.
It doesn't matter, but at least I got past up East. At least he got a penalty, so it doesn't matter to him.
Yeah. I gotta say also, I think one thing I want to talk about, that was absolutely fantastic what you did at the beginning. I don't think I've heard that energy for the driver start your engine deal. Not even Kelly. No offense to Kelly. And actually, real quickly, what are your plans for the RA race later today? That's coming up in a couple hours, isn't it?
Oh, RIA, yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious. I might make it a top 5 or a top 10 at least in Phoenix. So we have to wait and see for that.
Very much so. Unfortunately, I'm going to be going to my local track, so that at least gives you a spot. I think that might be very beneficial.
In the leaderboard.
Huh?
I'm in 4th in the leaderboard, in the standings.
Oh, and like the series?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so we wish you the best of luck there coming up to the Phoenix race. Right.
No time longer than we're heading to our Phoenix Raceway in November.
Yep, just a couple, just about a month or two. A little less.
Yeah.
So.
Can't wait for my birthday race.
Yes, sir. Alright, well, thank you there, Jason. We got one more person, that's the newcomer. Got third today in stock I4. That today's been a little bit of a frustrating one, but this is your first time trying out the MITS cars. Would you prefer to be called Goober or Reggie Rats?
Goob.
Goob.
I like Goob. Goob is funnier.
Goob. Alright, Goob.
Yeah. All right. So, not gonna say I'm the best driver. I'm literally. That was horrible. That was a horrible run for me. I felt the car was too slow, too heavy in a way. I'm not saying like I was kind of spinning off, but each time I was going to turn, I had to slow down into what's called third gear. I don't know.
Mhm.
It was. It felt too heavy. I just felt off when I was driving. I could barely catch up speed on the straights. When I was testing out other people's cars, they can very much catch into sixth gear on fifth gear. Fifth and sixth gear right out of the turns around there, some of them. Again, they're probably hitting it faster than I do. But my car just kind of fell off. But I'm not saying it was just the car complete off. Also my fault for a horrible start. I was away for a bit, but yeah, I did pretty bad.
You know, one of the, in a way, it's not the worst way to go on a debut race. I know a couple friends that DNF'd on their first race pretty badly too. So you held your car together, and I commend you for that.
Yeah, I did pretty good on trying to keep the car on the track from most people, but at the end I just got frustrated. Tried catching up to Jason, I believe. I think he was the orange and green colored car, the Miata. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure very well, but yeah, I tried catching up to him on the last bit on the two cars. I think it was East and Jason. Yeah, I was trying to get up to them, and it did pretty bad. Did pretty bad.
Are you thinking about doing any future races after this day so far?
I want to do more. I liked it. This was fun.
Great to hear. I will see you on school on Monday.
For sure.
Yeah, this is one of my classmates, guys. Alright. Well, is there any other words you want to follow up with?
Nope. That's it.
Well, thank you there. Let's see. Is Jake around? No, he's not. Nico, my man.
Yeah, what do you see?
What do you think about the race?
Hey, buddy, man. I see in some good battles. I see in some good battles. So I will have to admit, with a lot of the people, I think you should use maybe a smaller layout, or because I see there's two.
Yep.
Because it's a bit long for these tiny cars. But yeah, good race, good race.
I might consider using one of the shorter layouts for next season. For sure. So not sure what else to say, but yo, thanks for coming around and watching. Hope it was worth it. If you wanna fuck around with anything, you guys can. We are completely
Now you see
done
that
with
you're
today.
talking my language now.
Yeah, if you guys want to do anything, you guys can. You're free. Race is done, but there is one more event coming up this weekend, and that's tomorrow at Sunday at 4 p.m. We'll be trying to do a GTI race, and what makes that a lot different than the rest of the classes is that unlike a normal race weekend, just because of how fast this track is on average, GTIs are faster than anything else here by a pretty good margin.
Yeah,
So
boy.
we'll see where that one goes. Hopefully we'll have a race, and yeah, again, 4 p.m. tomorrow. A long race. I'm gonna close up the stream now, and I'm gonna head to General after this.